Welcome back to another Sunday walk video. I'm going to say right off the bat, I am super tired. I really did not want to do my Sunday walk. My voice is gone. I only had a few hours of sleep. I'm dead tired. I just came back today actually from Las Vegas, and also I was in LA prior to that. But in this video, I'm going to share with you my overall experience. In fact, I recorded something for my I Am George video, or my channel, but since they're so close together, I'm just going to share some of the stuff in this video. And also, of course, talk a little bit about Bitcoin, what happened last week, and what to expect this week. So, yeah. Let's just start with Bitcoin first. A lot of you guys want to hear about that. I mean, last week, overall, even when I was traveling, I told you guys to stay strong. Nothing really happened. Bitcoin went sideways, a little bit higher now than earlier this week when it was hovering in the 60s. Now it's about 61 something, but overall we went sideways. But the good news is I would say three great pieces of news. Number one, the ETF inflows turned positive. So we had about like 7 consecutive days of massive outflows, and that has changed into little inflows, including Friday. Friday was actually pretty significant, especially for BlackRock, like 83, 84 million. So the inflows show you that Wall Street, again, is buying up Bitcoin, right? So that is positive, and that carries into this week. Then definitely I think it is going to make an effect on Bitcoin's price, and we could see a good rally. So that's number one. The inflows started back up again. Number two, miner capitulation seems to be at an all-time high again. So, we know a lot of the miners, they've been selling off, and a lot of the on-chain metrics has been measuring it, show that the hash rate has been going down. So a lot of miners have been turning off their rigs. And overall, whenever we see periods like this, and we have seen it before, we have seen periods where we have massive miner capitulation. Normally speaking, you see it during halving events, like right after halving event, or during like crypto winter when you see the price fall rapidly. So we're kind of seeing that now. And the good thing is, usually when it's over, when the miners, like the smaller miners, they have left and they sold off, that means there's no more selling and the market can turn around again. So that also happened, or is happening, because I've seen some metrics that show that, right? So with these two combined, I think that's a very good sign or signals for a reversal, which I've been talking about. So I'm looking forward to this week. I think this week could be good. Of course, Mt. Gox distribution is supposed to start this week. It's supposed to start in July, but no one knows if it's like July 1st or when, but no one really knows. So there might be still some FUD around that. But again, I think people that are going to get their Bitcoin Cash, I think vast majority of them will be holding and not selling. So I don't know if we're going to see really any effect from that. So yeah. And a third piece of good news, I guess, is Solana ETF. Now we have two fund makers, Van Eyck and 21 Shares, that have filed their application for Solana ETF, which I still think is going to happen. I think it's going to happen this year. At least approval. Maybe the trading won't start until 2025, but I do think there's nothing stopping a Solana ETF from being approved at this point. There's nothing that constitutes it as a security. So even BNB was just ruled a non-security. XRP was ruled non-security, and both of them had ICOs. Solana had ICO, but that doesn't make it security. It's pretty obvious Solana Sol is being used in the entire ecosystem as a utility. So I think there's very little the SEC can do to make it a security. Even ETH, they dropped that. A lot of people thought that ETH may be considered security because they basically changed their model from proof of work to proof of stake. Even that didn't make them consider a security. So that means even major code changes are fine. So I think after Ethereum ETF, we'll get those applications approved one way or another later this year for Solana, and then we'll go see a big price hike because of it too. So those are 3 things from last week, very positive. This week, of course, we're starting a new month. I still think we're going to see a good recovery. There's no reason to think it's going to go down anymore unless the distribution somehow gets sold off by the billions. But I just don't see that at this point. So I guess we'll see. I guess we will see. Any other crypto news that I could think of? Not really. Not really. So now let's talk about my trip and my overall thoughts and experiences and why I'm so tired. First of all, I'm so tired because I flew out very early this morning, so I had to get up at like 4 o'clock. And I only slept 2 hours, and on the plane I kind of dozed off on and off for maybe another 2 hours. So overall, maybe like 4 hours, but it's not the same as sleeping 4 hours straight. And normally I need more sleep than that, so I am definitely very, very tired today. The good thing is where I am right now, it's about a cool 70 degrees versus Vegas is 110 degrees, which is just unbearable during the day. So that's a good change. But anyways, yeah, so, you know, a lot of you guys know I was in Vegas first. I got a call to go on the show and be a whale. So I'm like, okay, I'll try it. You know, mostly because of networking, because of the star power of the show. To be honest, I never watched one episode of season 1. I've seen clips, but never watched one episode. And I was asked that too when I first arrived. I forgot who, Altcoin Daily or Scaramucci. One of the guys asked me, be honest, how many episodes did you watch? I'm like, 0. And they're like, so why are you here? I'm like, just look around, look at the star power, right? It's hard to beat. So there was 5 episodes filmed. I only appeared in one of them. But overall, it's a good experience. The production value is way higher than the first show I was on, the Next Crypto Gem. The studio is much bigger. Everything seems to be a little bit bigger and better. I'm told the episodes won't start debuting until November, so a lot of stuff that happened now hopefully is still relevant by November, right? So overall it's a good experience, but again, I really came in to just like be part of something that it seems to have potential, and all these, you know, all these whales, you know, I got to know them a little better on a personal level. I've already worked with a few. I've bumped into Wendy a lot over the years. Altcoin Daily, same thing. Never really had a good sit down with them, but yeah, I think we've spent some quality time, so it's good. Also spent some quality time with Mario, getting to know him on a personal level, which is great. And even Rand had a talk with him as well. So overall, you know, it was good. I definitely think it was worth it. Met a few others. Gracie, it was just CEO BitGet. Didn't have much conversation. Ilya was I think a community leader of Yuga Labs, but also he produces music. Cool guy. And was it Jonathan from CMC? I think that's it. I think there's one other whale, but I don't remember who she is. And she left early too. Yeah, so we were filming. And then Killer Whales, the show also invited a lot of KOLs to attend, to just kind of like, they had a like watching party and so forth. So it was just cool being there. I actually filmed only 2 days out of the week. So I had 2 days to just kind of relax and do my own thing and talk to people and network, and that was it. And then I got confirmation from the VeChain team, who I've supported for a long time, that hey, they're having they're inviting people to UFC fights. So I changed my ticket to go home. I changed it to go to Vegas. So on Friday I went to Vegas, and then left this morning, right? So only stayed like 2 nights. But you know, when I got there, it just so happens one of my best friends was in Vegas already with his pals, so we hung out that night. I went to the Caesars buffet, as some of you guys saw. We partied that night, and then you know, on Saturday, hung out with the Sin City crypto guys, cool guys. Went to the UFC fight, and then afterwards met up with a few other guys too, like AJ and his girl, and bumped into a few other people that were at the UFC fight. Also bumped into like Keith Berry and Ellie, Paisan. You know, I know Paisan, FYI, really wants to fight, so I'm gonna try to set him up, and Keith does too. But they're, you know, it's just a good group of guys and gals, and the fight was good. UFC fights are just crazy. Like, even if you don't like fighting at all, just sitting inside, the atmosphere, like the 20,000 people in there, the lights, the music, everyone getting excited, it's just so different. That's why I like going to UFC fights. But yeah, it was just good. It was good. Anyways, so that's about that. And then I came home, right? That was really it. But overall, was the trip worth it? Yeah. I wasn't planning on going anywhere this month, because just a few weeks ago I was down in Austin for Consensus, right? And a KC fight, IFC fight. And then like a month before I was in Paris and Dubai. I've been traveling a lot. And now that this trip is over, I got to prepare for next month for the Bitcoin 2024 conference and the next IFC fight, right? And after that, maybe Rare Evo, and then after that, Token 2049. After that, permissionless. It's like there's like a conference or a fight every single month. It gets tiring. I'm not in my 20s no more. Traveling and getting less sleep, and still trying to, you know, do videos for you guys on the road. Not easy, but you know what? It's the path I'm choosing to take, so we'll see how it goes. All right, that's it for this video. I'm gonna try not to talk too much. I actually, like I said, I don't know if you guys can hear it, I lost my voice. All the screaming and stuff and yelling took a lot out of me. I'm dead tired. I don't even know if I can finish a circle. Hopefully I can, or I'm gonna be stuck in here. But yeah, so as for this week, let's see. With the 2 signals showing positive things, ETF inflow and also miner capitulation, we could definitely see a good recovery this week. Also, I'm looking forward to Sol recovering back up, but you know, other chains are still doing very well. AI related chains, I think ASI merges, or at least the FET, Ocean and Singularity are being converted to FET, I believe, this week. So that's happening. But several other AI chains are joining in on the rally. Toncoin is still very hot. There's still many crypto are doing well. We'll see what they do this week. Yeah, and then that was it for my travels. You know, like I said, a lot of you guys heard me. I am kicking up my I Am George channel again. I don't know how consistent I'm going to be with it, but I'm just going to start posting random stuff. You know, my travels and so forth. I'm not really going to focus on crypto on that channel. I focus enough crypto on this channel. So, just FYI. But yeah, that's another channel I won't kick up again. And that's pretty much it. Oh, by the way, you guys realize there's no cicada chirping anymore? Even last week. Well, I missed my Sunday video last week, I guess, right? But no, I didn't. I did last week. Still a lot of that cicada buzzing and chirping. Now, in this forest, nothing. They're all dead. Every single one is dead. So, that's fantastic. Alright, I'll see you guys tomorrow, usual time, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. So, smash it a like, subscribe to the channel, I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.